Great. Let's play an Expedition, huh? Expedition, for people that aren't familiar, if you're watching this on YouTube in the future or live now, this is a Runeterra's limited format. I actually enjoy Runeterra's limited format. Runeterra's limited formats are much closer to the power level of Constructed than Magic's average limited format, and that's the big thing that I find dry about Magic's limited, is that the gameplay in it tends to be a lot less interesting than the gameplay in Constructed because the decks are such lower power level. The synergy-driven focus of how Runeterra Limited works is a lot more enjoyable to me. You also get an Expedition token almost every single week in your thing. Hey, Slayer, thanks for checking out the Vikings promo. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and use one of them there. You also get to do two drafts for your... You get to do 2 drafts for your single Expedition token. Which is great. I actually have not done any limited since... Right, and if you do after your 3rd Expedition, they become free, right? Is accurate. I've not done any limited since the latest patch. Kench, Sheriff. Kench seems tough. Tough to get stuff for. None of these packs seem super great. Do the Expedition tokens you get weekly in the vault carry over? Yeah, like when I queued up here, I had 28 Expedition tokens. It's been a hot second. I'm gonna take the Garen pile. This is the most flexible. And do we want to stay Mono Demacia, Crimson Awakener, and Death's Hand? Swain's another one that's like kind of tough to level up. You have to draft in a very specific way to make sure your Swain ends up working. Lee Sin too. I think I'm just taking this Quinn package here. None of these have cheap curve filler. Oh, you thought we were voting? Nah, I'm just talking through my decisions here. I think I'll take Brightsteel and Ranger's Resolve here. Yeah, Brightsteel is just a good card. Ranger's Resolve is a good trick. The Fleet Feather Tracker is a pretty premium unit, but Mobilize isn't particularly exciting. We're gonna stick with our Demacia stuff for now. Neither of those sound very exciting. Take the trick. Silence a follower, fully heal an ally, and double its health. Resolve and Badger Bear sounds good. Start filling out the bottom end of our curve. I guess Remembrance is pretty reasonable. Remembrance is basically a 3. If you don't do anything on the first 2 turns. Remembrance is the highest power level individual card here. As much as I love Screeching Dragon, looking at our curve here at the bottom, we've got a bunch of 5s already, so I think this 1+3 is the easy pick. I guess this is actually pretty good here, too, huh? 2-3. And this is an aggressive unit and a guaranteed challenger. Yeah, I like the Noxie one, actually. For purposes of filling out curve. I kind of like all of these piles. For pure curve considerations of being aggressive, this pile is nice for filling out 2s. I like the idea of having some interaction here, though. Scorched Earth seems like a real premium card. Consorted Strike is also not bad, though, especially with Garen as one of our champions. Take these 2. Mage Seeker is probably not something we can enable. Arena Bookie and Crowd Favorite might be fine. I like having more 2s. Prismatic Barrier's not super exciting. Duelist is only okay. Huh? This is probably too much interaction, taking another one of these. This is probably fine. Just 2/2 drops. This is also kind of interesting though. Hey, Sardnox, thanks for checking out the Viking promo. Appreciate it. I think it's probably just Brightsteel again. But there's some appeal to this pile. I think easy double 1-drop here. Especially with all the 2s, like with double Brightsteel Protector, Fleet Feather Tracker is a premium because curving Fleet Feather into Brightsteel is very good, just like in Constructed. Now, second Scorched Earth along with the threat I think I'm into. I've got 5 2s at this point, so I don't know that I need 2 more. And Reckless Triparian is fine. Third Brightsteel and a Blinding Assault. Yep. In. Fleet Feather Tracker. I like me some trackers, chat. I think I'm in for Strike plus Badger Bear. We got a lot of really good removal in this deck. This thing is shaping up pretty good so far. Man, both these top 2 exchanges are pretty good, huh? Do I want a 4th Brightsteel Protector? Glory Seeker seems pretty reasonable too. Glory Seeker is also good. Blade's Edge, like Vanguard here is not a very good card, but Blade's Edge is also a pretty bad card, and this is better than this. Yeah, any of these exchanges are good. I feel like it's probably this. Taking another one of these sounds nice. 5/1's a good stat line. It does not, TDM. I'm mulligan these 2. I think I'll keep the Remembrance. We're attacking on odd, so we'll plan to just play this on 3.
With a little time, I'll have a break. I'll follow where I can.
Gosh, Chipotle. That's what I haven't been to in a while. Long time, chat. Homemade burrito bowls aren't too hard. That's one Christian I have done a couple of times now. Don't deny me, opponent. Hey! Who's a hungry dragon? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We did pass the Screeching Dragon pile to take the Remembrance, so it's only fair.
I am more than I seem.
Grant allies in hand +1/+1. I think we are just throwing Mage Seeker under a bus here to not take damage, right?
Confine and contain.
And then we'll go Fleet Feather into Glory Seeker.
Search them.
I need just a moment.
And I'm pretty sure we just open on attacks here because,
I'll cut them apart. Face me.
because I would like to be able to hold up Riposte. I agree with Lampton's burrito hierarchy. The only positive thing I have to say about Moe's is that they give you way too many chips when you order them. Lightning Bolt, thanks for the half a year of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Is Moe's. Moe's is it's a Tex-Mex burrito place. Americanized Mexican food. Welcome to Moe's. This back-to-back's about to be real good.
End them.
Moments before the accident, chat.
No remorse.
Easy open attacks. You could say our deck seems like a challenging matchup for the opponent. Listen, Jen, I have 3 children. I'm allowed to make that joke. Hey, Warcraft. If you played it on PC, I'll have your username that you use. If you played it on mobile, I don't have a direct username. I think we just want the Darius pile here. Redoubled Valor's kind of bad. These are both kind of expensive. Whirling Death's another piece of removal, which is nice. Mobile still counts. It just doesn't give me a username. When someone does it on mobile, it just says someone did it. So however their mobile integration works, it doesn't give me the name. So if you have a cell phone and use the Vikings link, it'll direct you to iOS or Google Play Store, and I'll get credit. It'll pop up there. It'll just say someone instead of the username you put in. Yeah, a cheaper champion would have been ideal for aggro deck. So far, all 3 of our champions are top end. Speaking of, I think we're mulliganing everything but the Badger Bear here, looking for 1s and 2s. Nah, I'd be surprised if that's the case, Weens. Mobile doesn't mean cell phone these days. Mobile just means Android or iOS. There's plenty of Android and iOS devices that don't have SIM chips in them. Yeah, this actually works out really well. We have that Fleet Feather tracker into Brightsteel that we talked about during the draft here, where we get to go ahead and like attack with these and eat their 1-drop and keep ours.
Steel is yours.
I'm still good to scrap.
By the way, for folks that enjoy watching my stuff on YouTube, for Runeterra stuff, for the next couple of weeks, I am trying something new. Starting yesterday, I'm going to be taking whatever my best deck for the day is, and instead of just tagging it as the best deck, I'm going to be uploading a separate highlights video of it that includes just the deck tech and then the best 2 to 3 games that I had with the deck, to see how that does. I'm just attacking with this. I'm gonna try and put a little bit of extra effort into the YouTube channel and see if that causes it to make any gains there, or how the subs like that addition. Figure we'll do that for 2 to 3 weeks and then have a question about it on the sub survey. He's real tough, chat. It's a cute icon. Yeah, I'm still gonna post the full VODs to window head, so it'll be in addition to what I normally post. So like if you look at yesterday, there's an hour and a half long video almost of one of the decks we played, and then there's a 22 minute video as well. So yeah, what I talked about adding there will be an addition, not an instead of. Gonna start by attacking here. I could like deploy some other things to try and get in hits a little bit wider, but there's a chance they play some bigger stuff, and I'd rather like get in my hit for 6 here. Yeah, I started doing some highlights for variety stuff, and it's pretty quick and painless, so there's no like fancy intro, outro, or transition effects in the highlight that I did, because I'm literally just I am literally just splicing together some highlight clips. It's pretty quick and painless.
A little luck for those who need it.
Oh, would you look at these ads?
This might be wrong, because like this is going to discard my Purify, and I might want the Purify for this, but I don't know, we could probably just like go wide around this and kill them. Crowd Favorite's a great one here. We can go Ballista into Crowd Favorite, and then open attacks next turn. Pretty good. Okay, well that's a 9 bulb. Hopefully. I have not heard the sound effect on this thing before. It's as great as the artwork is.
The people are my strength.
The scene, my favorite client. How you been? My money, my words.
Could die here. We could lose this race. We'll see. We'll see what they have here. Hopefully our open attacks forces of trade.
You spurn my gift?
Still dead. Do you have a trick? 8 mana and 4 cards. 5 cards, but 1's a gem. For the Vikings game that I'm plugging installs for right now, Guard Gray, we're actually going to end the stream with a couple hours of it today. So last 2 hours of today's stream will be the Vikings game. As always, if you're wondering when I'm going to be live and what I'm going to be live with when, you can find it listed in the stream information section below, on my website, on my Twitter. Huh? I kind of don't love any of these trades, which is kind of sad. Like, last time we were offered a trade, they were, like, all great, and these trades are, like, all bad. Like, I don't have enough Noxian things to make this a good exchange. I think I'd rather have the 1-drop in Conservator than another Skywing Diver. Succession for back-to-backs, like, the closest thing possible here. How many 3s do I have if I get rid of this? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Only have 4 proactive 3s if I get rid of this. I think we're just skipping instead. I like playing Expedition in general, Bloodmen, with the patch notes coming tomorrow. Or the patch notes coming today and the patch coming tomorrow. I didn't want to do a ton of constructed right before the game changes, so we're gonna do 1 constructed deck today. And then tomorrow's Runeterra stream will be in the evening after the patch goes live. I like their expedition mode in general, and it's been a while since I've done one on stream, so I feel like a good time to put it. It does Lightning Bolt. So if you click the link, it should download you a Vikings EXE, which will launch your existing Polarium Play, I believe. Someone else already had Polarium Play installed, and they said that, and it showed up and counted for me. So as long as you haven't played Vikings before, the only way it doesn't count is if you've already played the Vikings game, because it's for new installs. I'm gonna mulligan the Blinding Assault because I have other 2-drops here. Keep the crowd big for now. Patches tomorrow, how do they work? So we'll get full patch notes today describing card balance changes as well as other new things that will be coming in the patch. And then tomorrow afternoon, like noon Central Time, the patch will go live. So I'll be flipping my normal stream schedule tomorrow morning. Instead of doing Runeterra, we're going to be playing Bastion on the Switch. And then tomorrow night, instead of my variety segment, I'll be doing Runeterra in the evening, so we can play with whatever changes get made.
Got your back.
Patch notes go up on the official Runeterra website. Because I'm doing the Viking segment today, this morning stream's going to run longer than I normally do, so we'll pull the patch notes up when they go live during the Viking segment and take a peek at them for sure. Bright Steel Protector, looking real good with our Challenger unit still. Yeah, big agree, Innuendo. I think I'm just playing this as a 4-3 here to be resource efficient. I could, like, wait to get more value out of it, but I don't want to not use my mana this turn. And, like, next turn I probably want to Bright Steel or Vanguard Cavalry.
I hear them! Hate brings us together!
I'll stop you.
Oh, we're playing an Expedition currently, Peak and Fern. I'm not a game designer, and I don't really have strong thoughts on what Magic is doing wrong. I just know that the game's not fun for me, so I've stopped playing it. Games should be fun. Hot, blisteringly hot take. Games you play should be fun. Yeah, I think that what Omnom said there is probably what Omnom said there is the basis of a lot of the things that have driven me away from Magic in large part too aren't related to the actual game design so much as the business decisions surrounding Magic. And I guess that's not even entirely true, because like Magic has always had crappy decisions surrounding it by and large. It's just like in recent memory, those crappy decisions have like also been paired with worse game design. I think we're just playing out some more fat things here, huh? I'm gonna play Reckless Trifarian.
This land is ours.
Yeah, a lot of their decisions that don't sit well with me are in large part due to the fact that they're balancing loot boxes, not a card game.
Cut my name into you.
I'll take everything.
Sink 'em.
Our aggressive deck going well so far, chat.
Noble.
Press on.
Cut their face into pieces. This is our last card. Do 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 do. Be do 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 do. Basilisk Rider is basically never hitting. Man, what do I gotta do to get a flippin' a cheap champion, huh? They keep giving us Darius Garrett Quinn. Yeah, where's my Draven or my Lucian? Fiora, yeah, just any of them. I think it's scouted out. Like, this card's pretty bad in our build. This card is not great in general. These are fine. Yeah, I'd take a Shyvana. I'd snap a 4-cost champion. Once you choose your third champion, there's only three you see except in trades. Alright, that's good to know. Yeah, I agree, Hank. If the Basilisk wasn't awful, the Darius pile was the best, but the Basilisk just really isn't good with how much Demacia our deck has. Teemo Gangplank, you say?
Reporting in. Yeah, we never know what hit him.
Yeah.
Not for everyone.
Man, that's rude. Never lucky.
Observe and good.
Hey, alright, sometimes lucky.
Pardon?
It's a good pull.
Take from the rich, give to me.
I think I play Bright Steel here to trade with this.
You're covered.
We'll take a hit here and then Blades Edge this next turn.
Opportunity.
No closer.
Save me, Luke.
Gaps.
Think I'm still like a yodel in uniform?
Alright, well, let's do that right now before they can level this bugger up.
My collection.
Collection. Treaties.
Excuse you.
Not a particularly great start for us here. We have a little bit of interaction at least, but our aggressively slanted deck having nothing in play at this point is not great.
Approaching suspects.
I should have let on this, since it is tough and could have eaten this. I don't want to trade this here, because I can Bright Steel here next turn.
Got your back.
Dead men tell my tale.
Honor guide me.
Man, we are going to be super dead to drawing a mushroom next turn, because this will level.
Your king has returned.
No one knows these streets like me.
Hey, Claire, that's like the 4th time you've posted that in chat. Like, if someone knew, they'd have sent it already, so just please stop spamming. So, Expedition, similar to the Gauntlets, you just can't lose 2 in a row. Elmhart? I feel like I'm into Elmhart. Do I have too much top end? I have Darius, Vanguard. I have 3, 4, 5 pieces of top end already. Elmhart's the flashiest card, but honestly, I think it's probably just Trifarian for curve filler. Hey, Hangdren, thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate that. Got married over the weekend, and I'm still riding that high. Love your content. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for keeping me around. Congrats on your nuptials. It's exciting. Amos Flynn, thank you for 11 months. Welcome back. Yes, yeah, the gauntlet this weekend will be Pickban again. They're rotating back and forth, Singleton and Pickban, I believe. Draven, Jinx, Team. Oh, so definitely aggressive. I'm gonna mulligan these two. Would love a Bright Steel Protector to pair with this Fleet Feather. Noise. Noise. Although, funnily enough, with this, alright, it's actually worse that we're attacking on odds than evens. Hello, Red Link. Good morning. Thanks, Finn. It's good to have you here.
Nothing like the great outdoors.
Do I play this out to fog this turn? I think so, because like I mentioned a second ago, I kind of just want to curve out naturally, so going 1, 2, 3 sounds ideal. I think I'd rather get... Let's get the 4 down. I think there's a low chance of them blocking this anyways. If they do chump, that's usually pretty good for us. I did not, Cougs. We went 6-1. 6-0 and then lost the important one. That's how it be sometimes. Nice, Digits. Congrats. Yeah, the deck we played felt really reasonable. And that was the deck yesterday, if you didn't see it, to plug the highlights that I'm putting up on YouTube now, that was the deck we did a highlight for. So there's a 20-ish minute video with the 2 best games from that set posted on the YouTube channel. Greeting you. Forward and Triplec. That is exactly correct. Elusive is fine. Singleton. I don't know that I'd like to play Singleton constantly, but as a fun off, it was definitely reasonable. I'm playing this one out so they don't have decent attacks this turn. And we get to curve Garen into Darius here, which is pretty nice.
For justice, for Demacia.
Yeah, I agree. You know, the fact that it's tri-region really gives it a nice texture to it. Makes it feel very unique comparably.
There was a little fella asking for me.
A warrior without honor is nothing.
A warrior pursues victory, no matter the cost.
There they go.
We've got some shrooms, chat. There's actually a trick that they printed in the latest set that was, can block things with elusive this turn.
You cannot stall judgment.
Yeah, and the tri-region will feel even more distinct once, we have all 10 regions of the game too, right? Like, remember, Runeterra is still very early as far as, like, card games go, so, like... It's gonna... We have two more colors coming, basically, in the next year. I don't know what the regions are going to be, but they did confirm that we're getting 2 more. In a AMA, one of the devs said they have 10 planned. Our opponent disconnect. That's sad.
You're covered.
Oh, they're back.
Guide me.
Always want to put Darius last, so this way if they go below 10 for many of these, he levels before he hits.
I'm innocent.
I don't think Runeterra regions are really comparable to Hearthstone classes because of the mix and match factor that goes along with them.
I'm a peddler, not a meddler.
They need to put this here.
Would a mushroom help?
They need to put something more here so this overwhelm doesn't level Darius.
Would a mushroom
All right,
help?
they're figuring it out. So Darius will still level with these blocks, but he won't level until he actually deals damage. Wait, what? Well,
Press on.
yeah, no. Neutral cards in Hearthstone are not. So opponent made bad blocks here. This should have gone in front of here, so that way they'd take 6 from this.
Our borders grow.
I'll take the Culling Strike here. I'll add it to our healthy mix of removal. Yeah, the mix of regions, 10 regions gives you 100 combinations. That's not true, right? What's 10 pick 2? 10 choose 2 is 45. You have 45 combinations with 10 regions. I'm mulliganing this. This is a card we want to draw later after we've flooded the board a little bit. Any tips for expeditions? If you want to see my thought process from the start, check out the start of this set today. I don't know, basically draft good cards and be mindful of your curve while you play.
This'll shake 'em. Behind you.
It's 55, so you can have mono regions too. I don't know if that counts really.
When you want a job done right. Out with the old.
Great steal here, so you can attack, I think. Get aggressive. Yeah, the way the resource system in Runeterra works in general, you're not really super rewarded for being in mono region. I think Alliance was kind of their attempt to give you a payoff for being mono region, but I don't think that's a good one. I'm not really sure from a game design perspective what else they could be doing to reward you for being mono region, but that's definitely design space they should probably explore.
All the world on one arrow.
It's really annoying.
Swiftly now. In position.
This is a mistake.
I'm trading this here. And then next turn we're gonna go Glory Seeker into Bright Steel to try and hook this. Although that's a little bit of an ambitious play because this is, they are playing Freljord, so they could have a Frostbite here.
Requires a sharp blade.
I think they'll push mono regions more in the future, hopefully.
For the hand!
Definitely seems like a design space worth exploring.
Protect and strike. You are mine.
A rules modification for being mono region seems kind of heavy-handed. Wow, that just worked, deal. we take those.
Vanguard! In formation!
This leaves us for boss stuff here too, which is great.
Met with speed!
Decent blocks. Sure. 2 for 1 here, tempo gain here. Pretty sure we're just opening on attacks.
Cut them apart.
Come on in!
Come on in.
Witness true strength! I have my orders.
I will unite the Freljord.
And I will conquer it.
Few earn the right to call themselves Trifarian. We Demacians are no easy prey.
Here there be valor. I've only done 1 frostbite so far, right?
Land is ours.
Correct, Billy. Have you seen like the Mage Seeker cards?
Still heart, steady aim.
This might be wrong. It might be correct to just fully open attacks here.
Let's see what you've got. Smell that, Varg? Fear.
Carve a path!
My friend. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Do 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 do. Thanks to whoever just checked out the Vikings promo and finished the tutorial on mobile. I appreciate you. I think I'm just in for a 4th Fleet Feather Tracker, huh? I would just like more 1-drops, and I've got, you know, 3 Brightsteel Protectors. If we, by the way, as an extra incentive, if we hit the goal on the Vikings installs that I have, Christy and I are going to set up and do a Thanksgiving cooking stream the week of the holiday. So we got like set up some webcams and a laptop in the kitchen. I have until Sunday night to hit those, so if you don't have a chance to do it today, you have a little while. It takes about 5 minutes. Our United States Thanksgiving is the 3rd week of November. I actually would lose Twitch partner status if I streamed on OnlyFans. Fun fact. Twitch is the only streaming service that has an exclusivity clause for their partners. The perks of being the biggest, chat.
I need just a moment.
How much do they give you for that? Well, they let you have a subscriber button.
Remember me.
They let you get Twitch Prime subs. And for reference, in any given month, about 40 to 50% of my Twitch subs, the 1,700 I have at the moment, is That's correct, Booty Roost. Twitch, you can stream Twitch from mobile as well. We just ship with these. I don't really need the bench space just yet. Yeah, I am supposed to hook this and just like get in a hit. Yeah. So you can upload pre-recorded videos to anywhere you want, Voodoo Roost. You just can't live stream. Oh, I should have played this. You just can't live stream anywhere other than Twitch as a Twitch partner. And for extra clarity's sake, I'm not a lawyer. What I just said is not legal advice. If you are a Twitch partner who does not understand the contract you sign, I would recommend contacting a lawyer.
Captain Crowder, call me Garen.
We have a couple of Fleet Feather Trekkers.
Nothing can stop me.
Nice disclaimer, are you sure you're not a lawyer? No, I'm just a concerned individual who doesn't like his ass to be cold, so I like to keep it covered.
Your death has been ordained.
Melody K, thank you for the 57 months. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. It's a long time. 57 months. Gosh, that's like when we were a Hex stream. pretty good. Scorched Earth. Opponent gave us the Shen emote, but isn't conceding. Got it. What is this Hex you speak of? If you're serious, Hex is an old Kickstarter indie card game that that ran out of money due to various lawsuits.
Fierce and fashionable, no?
Wizards sued them. Shyvana needs a little rework. I don't think that's strictly true. I think this card's pretty close to reasonable. It's probably just like a small stat line change away from being really good. Seagull, thank you for the half a year of support. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
Suffer my fury.
Well, these two are trading at least. He said before realizing it was a 5/6. She's boring before she flips. That's fine. It's a high synergy card. I actually think part of the reason why that card struggled to gain traction is because people keep building her as a synergy card. I think the reality is she's just a good rate card. And you don't really need to build her as a synergy card.
Scouting ahead.
I disagree that Hex resembled Magic too much as someone who played a lot of it. For reference, for people that aren't familiar, and again, I'm not a lawyer, but for people who aren't familiar with, like, the types of things people can put legal bindings on, Wizards of the Coast, for example, has a patent, or whatever it's called, intellectual property, on cards turning to the right when they get used. So, like, one of the results of the Hex lawsuit was cards in that game had to stop turning right on your screen when they got used, and they then turned to the left. Yeah. Yeah, like, it's not great. Yeah, now Magic Arena doesn't have them tap at all. Crimson Aristocrat's been really bad. I'm gonna swap it for this Tusker. I think Blinding Assault's definitely worse than Glory Seeker. I don't think I want to give up a second Blinding Assault for a Concerted Strike. Strike is good, but it's important that I have a critical mass of 2-drops. There is a difference, innuendo, between patenting or between protecting a unique song that you've created and patenting vague ideas. There is a huge difference between creating this very specific thing. It's the difference between trying to protect a specific card design and a vague idea about how card games work. There's a difference between a vague game action and something that's very specific. Man, a lot of these exchanges are just not good, huh? I guess Grizzled Ranger is better than Succession. Culling Strike might be better than Vanguard Cavalry. There's a voyous coming in with the more apt. Between patenting a song and patenting a musical key, that would be a good comparison. Sure, we're talking about DCMA stuff, Quaddle, which is basically the equivalent of patenting a song. For intents and purposes, it's practically the same. The actual stream of doing Vikings will be at the end today, Crazy Duck. But I'm gonna have the thing about the promo up there on stream all week to try and hit my install goal. Yeah, till Sunday night to hit the install goal. Alright, champ. They're Bilgewater. If we can dodge, make it rain, we can dodge a ball. They're both things that protect intellectual property, though, right, Quaddle? That's an accurate understanding.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
But sure, but that's like a short quip detail. Like at the core, there's still things that protect intellectual property.
You're covered.
Thanks for the 2 years of support, Garrick. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Wasn't Valor with the shield better? Why? Instead of me telling you you're wrong, tell me why you're right. Because I'd rather hit them for 5 and push plenty of damage here. Sure, I understand that difference, Waddle, and I'm also describing why a lot of patent law is bullshit. In my opinion, because a lot of the things that people try to, we're actually, if you didn't catch it from the start, we're discussing why there's a key difference between patents and things like DCMA.
I think not.
We fight for those who cannot.
Swiftly now.
We're gonna have pretty solid open attacks next turn regardless of what they do here. Now that's good. That means they're gonna get to trade Ash. Or they're gonna get to eat this with Ash, right? That's really good.
Avarosans, stand together.
Very, very good, ye be warned. I could technically kill them with open attacks here, but I think that's wrong. I think I want a Grizzled Scout plus Riposte here.
Come on in. Time to get rowdy.
We're like pretty soft to Harsh Winds here. Even Flash Freeze and Brittle Steel aren't great for us. This could draw them another Ash.
I've carved meat bigger than you.
They get a chance to deploy another blocker here now. If they do that, we no longer have lethal, which sucks.
Knocked and ready.
Steel is yours.
My life for Avarosa.
Yeah, that distinction makes sense, Quaddle. Basically, Quaddle, someone in chat that started the comparison was asking why I think musical creations are okay to protect with DCMA style stuff, while also thinking that most patents, a lot of patents and patent bullying tends to be bullshit.
Who says I don't share?
That was what the initial question was about, is how I could feel those two things and be logically consistent while thinking that.
So pretty.
That's a really good observation. Because they didn't hit the frostbite, we could have known they drew Twisted Fate off the Entreat and then sequenced with our 1 toughness things differently because of that. That's a really good catch.
My shield is yours.
I actually wish they had anti-slap style laws for IP bullying suits. Yeah, that would be ideal, Jareth.
We go where the War Mother bids.
So this has Scout, so if we attack with just this to start. And then I'm gonna go ahead and have these two strike this. And I'm doing this now inside of combat, so that way, if my opponent passes priority, I get to attack right away.
This land is ours.
Honor guide me.
Nice. If you want to learn more about what a slap suit is, or good patent stuff in general, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver is a fantastic segment that happens most weeks on HBO, and the highlights go up on YouTube. He's very, very good. He had a good one go up last night too. What was his one? His one last night was about asylum seekers in the United States. Was very good. Highlights a lot of the awful things the Trump administration has been doing to those people. If you needed an extra reason to vote for Joe Biden, if you haven't voted for him yet already, watching the video about asylum seekers is another good one. Hey, thanks to whoever just completed the Vikings tutorial on mobile. Appreciate the support. Sweet. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that limited run. I don't think we can go. Well, I can pull it up on my thing here, I think, right? Maybe? Nope. I'm a liar. Anyways, I feel like that expedition run start to finish was a good example of something executing as nicely as we drew it up. Like, as we talked through, like, I think curve considerations are one of the most important things to think about in expeditions, and one of the most important things to think about in expeditions, and that even our picks too, like there were a lot of picks where it was like, well, this card's more powerful, but this other card fills into our curve better, and our deck in large part was powerful because we were going 1, 2, 3, 4 a lot of the games that we played, and we're able to consistently apply pressure like we wanted to.